Hey guys, welcome to Pages with Sidra. Today we are going to start episode 721 of I Have 90 Billion Licking Gold Coins. If you haven't watched the previous chapters, make sure to check them out on my channel. Now, without any delay, let's dive into the chapter. Chapter 1266, Lan Xingyue, the Ultimate Simp. Suddenly, a system notification sounded in Chen Yuan's mind. Zilan Goddess. Favorability +1 current favorability, 97 points. Ding. Target of licking, Zilan Goddess. She is shocked by the host's unparalleled talent, her admiration and affection reaching an uncontrollable level. Favorability exceeds 97 points. Rewarding host with enhancement points, plus 200,000. Current remaining enhancement points, 236,200. What? Chen Yuan hadn't expected that at this critical moment, Zilan's favorability would increase again. This wave of points directly saved his life. At this moment, Chen Yuan took out the final mind clarity herb containing the heart of spiritual grass. Without hesitation, he consumed it. In an instant, a computational power comparable to top-tier artificial intelligence surged into his mind. He began to deeply study his 3 top-tier cultivation methods: Blood Cloud Swallowing Heaven Technique, Qian Yuan Guiding Art, and Creation of All Heaven Technique. This self-created method, once started, truly could not be stopped, unless he ended his own life. Otherwise, it would keep running until his body collapsed, until he exploded from cultivation. Thus, practicing this bizarre method, although terrifyingly effective, was deadly. This was without a doubt. 2 more hours passed. Chen Yuan suddenly had a moment of enlightenment. So the method is actually so simple? I was so foolish. From the very beginning, my approach was wrong. I shouldn't have thought that simply draining the energy of a sanctuary space would automatically stop the absorption. I should have actively isolated it. This is something others might not manage, but I can. By using the cosmic domain, I can forcibly lock a space, sealing off all incoming energy. This creates an insulated space, cutting off the continuous energy influx. Even if there's a backlash, even if I suffer severe damage, with the eternal flame protecting me, I can recover in an incredibly short time. Thinking this through was like a moment of divine enlightenment for Chen Yuan. He no longer felt any anxiety. Instead, he allowed the violent energy to continue pouring into his body. The primordial force still kept flowing. Opportunities like this came once in 1,000 years. As long as he had enough enhancement points. Even if he had to absorb for 100 years, he didn't care. Unfortunately, with only about 200,000 enhancement points, he could repair himself at most 11 times. To be safe, when reaching the 10th repair, he would have to forcibly sever the absorption. Time passed, second by second. Chen Yuan accepted the primordial force's infusion, and inadvertently, 50 hours had gone by. Roughly 33 times longer than the duration the Hunyuan Saint Sun had endured during his breakthrough back then. And that was all. Chen Yuan could even clearly feel it. He was about to break through to Galaxy Level Stage 4. But his enhancement points were exhausted. He had to make a decisive choice. Cosmic Domain, activate. Seal. Lock. The moment the Cosmic Domain activated, all energy around Chen Yuan was sealed within a space. Using the power of the domain, he forcibly locked the void, prohibiting any energy from entering his area. Energy absorption was instantly cut off. The next second, a terrifying devouring force began to rebound onto Chen Yuan himself. It was like an engine operating under overload. If suddenly stopped, it would break. Chen Yuan's body began to distort. His flesh began to collapse. System, use all enhancement points to strengthen the body. Ding. All host enhancement points consumed. Current remaining enhancement points, 0. Ding. Strengthening in progress. Eternal flame, burn. With Chen Yuan's sealing and isolation, the primordial cave at the top of the sky finally closed. Finally finished. 51 full hours. Chen Yuan endured the infusion of primordial force for a full 51 hours. Back when I broke through, it was only 5 minutes. And I already considered myself an unparalleled prodigy. And he actually? If enduring an hour and a half is like a venerable reserve, what is enduring 51 hours? Could it be like a cosmic God Emperor reserve? Not necessarily. To break through to cosmic God Emperor, to suppress the endless galaxy, to to have a lifespan of hundreds of billions of years and become an invincible super strong being. This isn't achievable just with talent. It requires immense luck, extraordinary perseverance, and at least 1 billion years of cultivation to even have a slight chance. Countless prodigies and geniuses might encounter a bottleneck and be stuck for life. Even if they overcome every challenge, during endless ages, they might face countless battles, and perhaps in one war, they could fall. No one dares to say they will live to natural death. To continuously break through, one must constantly take risks, constantly surpass oneself. And this process of self-surpassing itself is fraught with danger. To become a cosmic god emperor? Don't even think about it. It's far too distant for anyone to dare imagine. A group of saint sons discussed among themselves. At this moment, Lan Xingyue seemed to finally arrive. Upon arrival, she saw that nearly 800 inheritance saint sons had gathered. Keep in mind, across the entire sanctuary space, there were only about 2,000 prodigy saint sons who could enter the 5th sanctuary. Each of them was an unparalleled prodigy. The lowest cultivation level among them was star system level 10. At this moment, nearly half had gathered here. They seemed to be discussing one person. Forget discussing the cosmic god emperor for now. Chen Yuan endured 51 full hours of primordial force infusion. No matter what method he used, to receive such a massive amount of primordial force, his foundation must be unimaginably solid. Incredible. Truly admirable. No wonder he broke the Flame God Venerable's record. Is it Chen Yuan? He's only been in the 5th sanctuary for 2 or 3 days and has already intimidated over 1,000 prodigies in the 5th sanctuary. Lan Xingyue's mind trembled. She felt that the man she admired was so radiant, so legendary. Wherever he went, he dominated the scene, unparalleled. His story could even be written into a book. It would be remembered forever. In his brilliance, Lan Xingyue felt so small. She even felt a bit inferior. I don't care what the future holds, whether I can always follow his footsteps. I don't care if he will marry me. As long as I can be with him, even for one day, even if it's just simply watching his back, I will feel infinitely happy. He has given me so much. I wonder if in a past life I saved the Red River system? Meeting Chen Yuan is the greatest fortune of my life. Perhaps the 5th sanctuary is already my limit. Entering the 6th sanctuary is unlikely. I hope that in the final moments of following his footsteps, I can give myself to him. Lan Xingyue, affection +1. Current affection, 101 points. Ding. Target Lan Xingyue's affection has surpassed 101 points. Successfully evolved into ultimate super simp. Willing to devote both body and soul, to give everything, obey the host's every word, and never betray. Reward, 500,000 enhancement points. Host's current remaining enhancement points, 500,000. Chapter 1267, The 1,000 Illusions Array. Chen Yuan hasn't fallen. It seems he hasn't suffered any backlash at all. How is that possible? Could it be that I misjudged? Cultivating such a god-defying method, devouring such a massive amount of energy. Even a cosmic overlord would struggle to digest it in a short time. And this guy, who just broke into galaxy level, could his energy absorption ability actually be stronger than a cosmic overlord? A refined-looking prodigy, Saint Sun frowned, unable to comprehend. This completely exceeded his logical calculations. It didn't fit the rules of the universe at all. Forcing a leap from star system level 10 to galaxy level stage 3, rising 3 stages in just a few days. His cultivation level must be artificially inflated, not truly stable. Don't be fooled by his rapid increase. He might need tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of years to refine his foundation and eliminate side effects. A prodigy Saint Sun in luxurious battle armor sneered. At this moment, Chen Yuan opened his eyes. He withdrew the cosmic domain and let out a long, satisfying breath. That move was an absolute windfall. Naturally, there was no sign of an unstable foundation. On the contrary, his foundation now was so solid it defied reason. Perhaps even Chen Yuan himself didn't notice. When he absorbed the primordial force, it was completely different from how other inheritance Saint Suns broke into galaxy level. For other inheritance Saint Suns, the energy infusion was passive. For him, it was active. At that time, His body was uncontrollable, radiating an incredibly terrifying devouring power. In terms of absorption speed, he surpassed the average breakthrough of inheritance Saint Sons by at least tenfold. By normal standards, his 51 hours of absorption would be equivalent to other prodigies absorbing for 500 hours. Keep in mind, the most ordinary galaxy-level cultivators only received 1 minute of energy infusion, and he was effectively absorbing 500 hours worth. This means the total primordial force he endured was over 30,000 times that of an ordinary galaxy-level cultivator. Foundation potential 30,000 times stronger? And yet some still think Chen Yuan's foundation is unstable or that his increase was too fast. Probably not a single inheritance Saint Son in the entire sanctuary had a foundation more solid than his. A bit of a pity. If Lan Xingyue had reached 101 points sooner, maybe he could have absorbed another 50 hours. Another 50 hours, and not just galaxy-level stage 4. Maybe even stage 5 would be possible. Chen Yuan shook his head, but this kind of thing relied on luck. Since they were late, there was no point dwelling on it. It was better to focus on reaching the entrance of the 6th sanctuary. 1 day later, Chen Yuan, Zilan Goddess, Huolinger, and Lan Xingyue, 4 of them together, rode the golden-winged divine tiger beast to Thousand Illusions Spirit Mountain. The height of Thousand Illusions Spirit Mountain was about 8 million meters, roughly 1,000 times the height of Mount Everest. The mountain range stretched tens of thousands of kilometers. Its grandeur was breathtaking, especially a section in the middle, a broken cliff, as if sliced by a sword. That terrifying sword intent had yet to dissipate. A sword splitting tens of thousands of kilometers of mountain in the sanctuary? The power, if unleashed in the outside universe, could slice through a star without issue, or even destroy an entire solar system. This is Thousand Illusions Spirit Mountain? According to what I investigated, to enter the 6th sanctuary, we must go deep into the core of this mountain, past the Willpower Gorge, and only then can we reach the 6th sanctuary. Within Thousand Illusions Spirit Mountain, there are countless illusion arrays and attacks from spiritual illusion beasts, testing the mind and willpower. One small mistake, and you could fall into endless illusions, trapped in your own mind forever. The illusions vary, based on your deepest desires. Whatever your heart most craves, illusions manifest it. To pass the Thousand Illusions array, you must discern illusions, break them, and remain unmoved by temptation to enter the Willpower Gorge. Zilan Goddess said with a serious expression. Yes, within Thousand Illusions Spirit Mountain, there are also countless venerable legacies and supreme treasures waiting for those with destiny. Huolinger also spoke cautiously. Then what are we waiting for? Let's go in. I have some mind clarity herbs here. Each of you gets 5. These won't help break illusions directly, but after consuming them, your mind will be exceptionally sharp and your thinking clear. They should be useful. Chen Yuan took out 15 mind clarity herbs. He gave 5 each to Lan Xingyue, Huolinger, and Zilan Goddess. This action made some other prodigies preparing to enter the Thousand Illusions array twitch. Are you serious? Mind clarity herbs are extremely precious. They can awaken one's inner mind, reaching the state of a sage. If used to comprehend supreme treasures, their benefits are limitless. And you're giving 5 to each just to break illusions? That's a huge waste. Isn't it true that in the 4th sanctuary, each person can only pick 1 mind clarity herb? How does he have so many? You don't know him. Chen Yuan, the herb-plucking demon, doesn't earn his name for nothing. In the 4th sanctuary, he cleared all the mind clarity herbs from the ancient herb garden. Not a single one left. Impossible. The ancient herb garden has the Zishao Divine Thunder array. Violating rules should get you struck down by it. Don't mention it. He survived 999 Zishao Divine Thunder strikes with no problem. This guy is terrifying. Chen Yuan's reputation had already spread to the 5th sanctuary. Combined with the terrifying spectacle caused by his galaxy-level breakthrough, it was no wonder he attracted attention wherever he went. Thank you, Yuan. Lan Xingyue said with affection. What for? We're on the same side. Chen Yuan casually ate a mind clarity herb, then swaggered into the Thousand Illusions array. Lan Xingyue, Zilan Goddess, and Huolinger followed. The instant they entered, Chen Yuan's surroundings changed dramatically before his eyes. He suddenly appeared on a bustling street. Hey young man, line up for a nucleic acid test. You're not even wearing a mask. What if you get infected? An old man scolded him. Nucleic acid test? Whoa, this illusion is way too real. What illusion? Are you still half asleep? Brother Chen Yuan. It really is you. Woo-woo. Luo has been waiting for you so long. You finally came back. A playful, cute girl rushed towards Chen Yuan. That's it for today's chapter recap. If you enjoyed the breakdown, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay updated with the latest manga, manhwa, and manhwa recaps. Got thoughts on today's chapter? Drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear your take on the story. See you in the next one. Until then, keep turning the pages.